Hello and welcome to Tales from a Nerd. I am your host, a random nerd, and this is the weekly podcast where I talk about the comics being released November 6th. So, yes, this is my weekly podcast where I talk about the comics every Wednesday. I film this whenever. I try to film this as early as possible. I always seem to fail, but yeah, basically it's a low week this week as well. There's only like 17 books, 16 if you really want to. There's one book I'm debating on getting, but besides that, we're gonna go move to the books right now, and I'm gonna do this episode differently now. First off, we're gonna go do the Marvel books. No, the DC books first. Because I'm gonna do these by alphabetical order of company, then company books, then it's gonna be DC and then Marvel. If you're saying, "Oh, do you like DC more better than Marvel?" No, I like both companies, but some people do like DC, so I will have timestamps now. So yeah, but for the most part, this is the DC part of the podcast, and then I'll let you know when the Marvel side of the podcast begins. So we're gonna move on to the first book of DC, which is Batman number 82, written by Tom King and art by Michael Janin. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. City of Bane Part 8. Batman and his allies wage war on the city of Bane, but an unexpected turn of events will send everyone reeling. Will there be another death in the family, or can the Dark Knight break Bane's iron grip over Gotham City? Now, City of Bane has been starting since issue 75, and to be honest, Tom King has put so much filler in these last few issues. I'm just waiting for this to end, and I'm sorry, Tom King. I was really excited for this. Now, if you really want to pick this up, you start with issue 75. There's only two issues you don't really need because they're just interludes, and which is 78 and 79. You really don't need to read those. But for the most part, it's okay. But Tom King did say on Twitter that the issue 85, his final issue, will have an emotional ending. So I really can't wait for that. Oh, there's a mouse. So, is it a good jumping on point? No. Unfortunately, no. Okay, we're going to move on to the next book, which is Deathstroke number 49, written by Christopher Priest and art by Cam Smith and Fernando Pasarin. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. Having ascended to near godhood, Jericho must confront his father with the lives of his mother and sister hanging in the balance. Does Deathstroke stand a chance against such power? And is there any humanity left inside of Jericho? Now, Deathstroke number 49, it's good. It's picking up after the events of Death of Deathstroke and the gift that Lex Luthor gave to Jericho as well. And I will say this, it is ending on issue 50, so it's not a good jumping on point. But Deathstroke has been one of my favorite villains, and it's one of the few titles left from DC Rebirth. But unfortunately, it's not a good jumping on point. If you do want to jump on, you have to jump on like... Oh god, I gotta look that up. I gotta do more research on these. But yeah, you gotta jump on like 73 or 74 if I remember. Because this book comes out every month. That's the only thing. So 48 is part 5. Okay. It looks like it's a... Okay. Sorry for the... So you need to pick up issue 45 to know what's going on. Wait, what? No. You need to pick up issue 44 to know what's going on. So yeah, I was right about, I said 42 or 44. So 44, you need to pick up issue 44 to know what's going on. But that's really a long time. Issue 44 came out in June, so you really need to read Deathstroke right when it came out for that storyline. Next book, Doom Patrol: Weight of the Worlds number 5, written by Michael Conrad and art and written by oh, sorry. Wait, what? Okay, it's written by Gerard Way and Jeremy Lambert. And okay, so the description of the book. This website doesn't have it right, unfortunately. But it says writer and artist is by Becky Clunham as well and Gerard Way. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Clark is a comic book fan, just like you, and his favorite title is Doom Patrol. But Clark's fandom is put to the test when he literally falls into the reality of the world's weirdest superheroes, where he must team up with long-lost Doom Patrol heroine Dorothy Spinner in her first appearance in more than a decade. I'll let you know right now, Doom Patrol, it is weird. It's weird. I will give it that. It is a bit weird. It's really hard to jump on. If you watch a Doom Patrol show, you're thinking, oh, Doom Patrol, I could jump on this comic. It is weird. It's kind of really not reader friendly. It doesn't give you a good jumping on point as well. And each issue is like, it goes this and then it goes a different route and another issue, which is like very. I want to continue reading this book. I want to give it a chance, but it's one of those books where like I might just drop it, and it's very hard for me to drop books. I'm very stubborn on picking up books, and I will continue it to the end. But we're gonna move on to the next book, which is Green Lantern Black Stars #1, written by Grant Morrison and art by Zermankino. And oh, Liam Sharp's not doing the art. Okay. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Who are the Black Stars? What are they? Answers will be revealed as the unstoppable Black Stars set their sights on the demons of Yosemite, Mongol, and a tiny backwater planet called Earth, paving the way for more exciting Green Lantern adventures in 2020. A dangerous new chapter of the Green Lantern mythology starts on November 6th. Following the catastrophe event of the Green Lantern #12 by Grant Morrison and Liam Sharp, scheduled hit shelves October 2nd. Wait, what? Oh, okay, so it's just telling you that no Green Lanterns can be found patrolling their space sectors, not a single powering light the darkness. What happens in the finale of Morrison and Sharp's incredible year-long run of Shrouded in Mystery, but Green Lantern Corps is no more. Scratch that, they never existed in the first place. What has happened to Hal? What has Hal Jordan done? To be honest, I literally forgot what happened in that issue. I think it disappointed me. I think. I'm sorry, but Hal Jordan Rebirth, Hal Jordan and the Green Lanterns was really one of the best titles for Green Lanterns. There were only two, and then we were thinking this was going to pick up the continuity, but didn't. It created its own continuity. Also, Grant Morrison does space opera weird stuff. So I guess you want to jump on here, but you need to read the 12-issue Max series, which will probably be on trade by the time you get this issue, or by a month or two, then you could probably get the trade. I do believe this is like 3 issues. Yeah, it's a 3-issue miniseries, so it'll tie up everything Grant Morrison has done. And then we might get another Green Lantern book in February or March. But for the most part, I'm not liking it. But we're going to move on to the next book, which is The Infected King Shazam. Written by Sina Grace and art by Joe Bennett. Oh, Joe Bennett's doing the art for this? Yeah, good book. Art-wise, this is going to be a good book. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. Billy Batson is a good kid. He helps his friends, loves his family, and tries to do the right thing. But Billy is about to have a run-in with the most dangerous serial killer in existence. And the Batman Who Laughs wants Billy to be bad. Spinning out of the events of Batman/Superman and Year of the Villain, it's the tale of a hero whose soul has been turned black, who has something to prove to the old guard. Buckle in for Shazam's journey to punch a bunch of so-called gods in the face and show the establishment exactly what the future looks like. So we might get the origin of how the Shazam became the Shazam Who Laughs. So I do like the idea of evil characters of the Batman Who Laughs infecting heroes, making them turn into evil, into the Batman Who Laughs, the Jim Gordon Who Laughs. That's a bit spoilery, but if you read the Batman Who Laughs issue 7 issue miniseries by Scott Snyder, which was a couple months ago, this was like revealed 3-4 months ago. Also, it was revealed in Batman slash Superman number 3. Yeah, so we already know who's infected. I'm not gonna tell you much who, because you should be reading Batman slash Superman, because it's really good. It's also written by Joshua Williamson. So to me, this is a must pick up, but you don't have to do it. It's only a one-off story, so you really don't have to pick it up. But if you do, if you like Shazam because you like the movie, you might want to pick this up. And then if you like what they bring, like the Batman Who Laughs, you might want to pick up the other books that I mentioned. We're going to move on to the last 2 books of DC that I am picking up, which is Justice League number 35, written by Scott Snyder and James Tynion IV, and art by Francis Manifold. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. This issue, Lex Luthor wins. Everything Lex Luthor has been working for over the past year and a half comes to fruition as he finally possesses the fully powered totality and plans to bend hypertime to his will. The Legion of Doom's leader will defeat the Justice League once and for all and make his final pitch to serve at Perpetua's side, and the multiverse will never be the same. Now, So for this story, you need to jump on issue 30, I believe. I will say this story will end at issue 39. Scott Snyder did say his whole Justice League was going to end in issue 39, which kind of he backtracked himself because I think an interview a long time ago after the whole Dark Knight's Metal, No Justice, he did say he had a whole plan for a 50-issue run for Justice League. I could kind of believe that, because with the No Justice, that's 40 issues. So you're at like 40, and probably Dark Knight's Metal he kind of solved Dark Knight's Metal and Justice League, No Justice, and this as his whole Justice League pitch. But so far, I do like it. It's big cosmos, space adventure that affects everything and the future of DC. So I do like it. I do recommend it, but you need to pick up issue 30. We're issue 35. So this is ending like December, January. So yeah, big stuff is happening to the DC Universe. And I don't know what's going to happen in the future, which I am liking. Moving on to the last book of DC. Legion Superheroes number 1, written by Brian Michael Bendis and art by Ryan Sook. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Welcome to the 31st century, inspired by the acts of and lessons learned from the greatest superheroes of all time. The Legion of Superheroes have gathered together to stop a galaxy from repeating its past mistakes. The greatest lineup of heroes in comic book history returns with new, fresh, reader-friendly stories. Eisner winner writer Brian Michael Bendis reteams with master artist Ryan Sook from Action Comics for one of the most ambitious mainstream comics ever created. Why have the Legion of Superheroes broken the cardinal rule of the United Planets and inducted John Kent, aka Superboy, into the Legion? What are they hiding? And what does it have to do with Aquaman's long-lost trident? So if you like the Legion of Superheroes, that was hinted back in DC Rebirth, also the Doomsday Clock, and what they've done with Superman in issue 14 and 15. Also, if you like the cartoon show from WB, you might want to pick this up. But the thing is, I will give it credit where credit's due. I do like where Brian Michael Bendis is playing with other stuff, but at the same time, I'm not enjoying most of his stuff, which is kind of hard. Because his stuff, it could be good or bad. It's very, very hard to tell most of the time. But it is a new number 1, so I do recommend it. So pick it up at your local comic book shop this Wednesday. And now we're on to the Marvel side of the books. And yes, sorry for the jump cut, because I'm trying something else. So yes, we're going to move on to the Marvel books. Now, I'm only picking up the 10. There's 10 Marvel books I'm picking up. There's one I might not pick up. But before that, this is the last time you'll see this Shazam statue I have right here. After today, after I'm done filming, I even clipped this on. Very unprofessional of me. After I'm done with this episode, um, this will be the last time you'll see him here. But if you go to my Instagram and Twitter, I will have like just I'll post a picture saying which statue do you want to see. Do you want to see this statue, this statue? I said I would do it last week, but I had family over. I was busy, so I finally have downtime to look up some statues. So yeah, we're gonna move on to the first book of Marvel, which is Absolute Carnage: Weapon Plus #1, which is written by Jen Mackey and art by Stefano Raffaelli. The price is $4.99, and this is a description of the book. After one of the pilot missions of the Sime Soldier program, Rick Strickland was given a highly classified mission by Nick Fury himself. Where exactly did the ancient symbiote known as the Grendel come from? Decades later, Carnage is on a rampage that will connect him to Null, the symbiote god, and only Weapon H can stop him by picking up where Rex left off. Now, if you read Donny Cates' Venom, you will know who Rex is. Rex is the soldier that fought in Vietnam, that was infected by the symbiote. And Weapon H is basically a genetic creation of a soldier who has the DNA of the Hulk and Wolverine. That's why they have. That's why they call him Weapon H. Also, when I said the description, there was a picture of how he looks like. He's like in the far right corner. He has claws. He looks like the Hulk, except he has claws. Okay. I'm picking this up because it's an absolute tie. It's a Carnage tie. That's really all I'm picking up that for that reason. But it's if you like that idea, you could pick it up. I really don't recommend it if you're not really into the absolute Carnage. So yeah. Next up, which is next book, Amazing Spider-Man #33, which is written by Nick Spencer and art by Patrick Gleason or Pat Gleason. That's what the description says himself right here. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. Miguel O'Hara's mysterious return to the present threatens his life and his entire future. But why? As for our times, Spider-Man has got his hands full with classic villains, family problems, and international incidents that intertwine in terrifying ways. So far, I'm enjoying the Amazing Spider-Man, but I do kind of see where it's slowing down a little bit. So this storyline, it looks like it's only going to be a couple issues. I'm trying to go ahead. Oh wow, this is gonna, okay, so it's gonna go till issue 37, I believe. I think. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna continue on to issue 37. But besides that, is it a good jumping on point? Yes, if you want to read Spider-Man, go pick up issue 32 and 33 while you're there. Now, a little bit about the book. I kind of want them to reveal who Kindred is at this point because it's been a whole year since the book came out. Issue 25 was the landmark. We're kind of getting at that point where we kind of want to know who Kindred is at this point. There's been a lot of issues, Spider-Man. You've been hinting who Kindred is. I have my own theories, but then again, I really want to know who Kindred is and what he has plans for Peter Parker and Spider-Man. Because apparently he really cares about for them. So, yeah. Next book, which is Daredevil #13, written by Chip Zdarsky and art by Marco Checchetto. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. After the epic conclusion of No Devils, Only Gods, Matt Murdock has no choice but to investigate the corruption in New York's police force further, and Wilson Fisk may be the kingpin of crime no more, but he still has blood on his hands. Now, this is part 3 of a new storyline. So this is Through Hell Part 3. So if you want to pick the story up, it is a good jumping on point. So if you want to pick this up, you need to pick up 13, 12, and 11. Now, this is picking up where Daredevil's not Daredevil anymore. He gave up that mantle because he abused drugs. And he might have killed someone. We still don't know the answer to that. And it looks like maybe people are picking up the mantle of Daredevil because Daredevil's been missing for months. Now, it does give a good idea of what Daredevil is. It dives into his ideals, what he means. So it is good. I do enjoy it, and it's one of the books I'm really excited for every week because Chip Zdarsky kind of hasn't failed me yet. And when he does, I'll be like, okay, I'll still give him a chance. But yeah, pick this up this Wednesday. Next book, Fantastic Four number 16, which is written by Dan Slott and art by Sean Izaki. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. Point of Origin Part 3. Who is a winged warrior named Sky? What's her shocking connection to the origin of the Human Torch? And how will she change his life forever? Meanwhile, separated from the rest of the Fantastic Four, the Thing stands alone, and as he faces off against the 500 horde of Freaky Alley. Now, this is a new storyline that they've introduced back in 16, 15, 14, so back in issue 14. I thought it was going to be like a retelling of the origin of the Fantastic Four, but no, it's not. How the story goes is someone predicted that the Fantastic Four the Fantastic Four were coming to their world as a threat, and we're slowly learning that that might not be the case. Now, it is a good premise of the book, so if you are interested in that premise, pick it up. Pick up issue 14, 15, 16, so you know what is going on in the book. Next book, Ghost Rider number 2, written by Ed Brisson, art by Aaron Cutter. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. Ghost Rider versus Ghost Rider. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. I don't know if I said that, but oh well. Ghost Rider versus Ghost Rider. It had to happen. Johnny versus Danny. But who does Mephisto have his money on? Yeah, that's really the description of the book. But basically, this is taking over after the events of Avengers issue 25, but then after Damnation, because Johnny Blaze became the King of Hell after the Mephisto got trapped in hell. Well, got trapped in Vegas, but he's doing stuff in Avengers. I don't know. They're doing a lot with Mephisto. He was also in Champions, but yeah, Johnny Blaze is the King of Hell, and yeah, he's running it. He's like, Mephisto could do all this. I don't know how to do I don't know how to do this. I was going to say a bad word, but I didn't. I want to keep this somewhat PG-13 at the most. But yeah, if you do like the Ghost Rider character, I do suggest this because it is on issue 2, so you can pick up issue 1 and 2 when you go to the comic book shop. I'm enjoying it. It's pretty cool, and it's bringing up stuff that should have been mentioned a while back. We got 5 more books, and then that'll be it. Next up is Immortal Hulk number 26, written by Al Ewing and art by Joe Bennett. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. He's got an underground fortress. He has powerful allies. He's even got henchmen. He's got everything he needs to declare war on human society as we know it. He's the most dangerous man in the world, and Bruce Banner is just getting started. Now, this is picking up a new storyline. Yes, after the events of issue 25, which was the most mind-bending issue I've read of the Immortal Hulk, and it does dive deep into that. It's space crazy, but it goes into Al Ewing's space crazy, because Al Ewing does know how to write space crazy. He's done the Ultimates. He's going to be doing the Guardians, so I trust where he's heading. He's also co-writing with AJ Sierra in Valkyrie. So if you do like space stuff, they're going to introduce that in this Hulk. Now, basically, this Hulk cannot die. I do recommend you read the first 2 trades to know what's going on with the Hulk, to get the idea of what you're really jumping onto. But trust me, when you read this Hulk book, it's one of the best Hulk books I've read. I could contest to that because I have a friend who reads Hulk books, and he thought World War Hulk was one of the best Hulk books, and it is, until I showed him Immortal Hulk. And he agrees with me. The Immortal Hulk is the most powerful Hulk that we have so far. But I do recommend it. Get issue 26 when you go to the comic book shop this Wednesday. Next book, Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 12, which is written by Saladin Ahmed and art by Javier Garron. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. Miles is caught in the middle of a war between Ultimatum and the Old Guard, which means he's about to catch the hands of a monumental classic Spidey villain, and the lives of more than one Morales might be on the line. So this is part 3 of a new storyline, or part 2. Oh god, I'm gonna start reading notes on like where each story ends, because it gets so muddled when you read like 20 books a week, or like in a month I read like maybe 60 to 100 books a month, I mean. But yeah, basically Ultimatum is a character that we got introduced in issue 10, which was the 250 special of Miles Morales Spider-Man. So I do recommend it, and if you read Spider-Man 2, which was a sequel to Spider-Man, which is written by, both of them written by Brian Michael Bendis. Brian Michael Bendis lifted open-ended in Spider-Man 2, and Saladin Ahmed picks up after that. So I do recommend it, and once you read issue 10, the twist, if you read that and the twist, oh my god, you will probably love this book a little bit more, but I do recommend it. So get the book, get issue 10, 11, and 12 to know what you're going on, to know what you're jumping onto. 3 more books, and then we're done. Next book, which is New Mutants number 1, written by Ed Brisson, and also written by Jonathan Hickman, art by Rod Reis. The price is $4.99, and this is a description of the book. The next generation claims the future. The classic New Mutants, Sunspot, Wolfsbane, Mirage, Karma, Magic, Cypher get together with a few new friends, Chamber and Mondo, to seek out their missing member and share the good news. A mission that takes them into space alongside the Starjammers. Now, I'm picking this up because one of the main reasons is Jonathan Hickman is writing this book. Now, anything Jonathan Hickman's writing with X-Men has been really good. And now, the first issue of X-Men was like a basis point. It was a good jumping out point. You really, if you didn't catch up on House of X, Powers of X, House of X and Powers of X, which you should have read because it was phenomenal. It kind of gives you an idea where it's going on. Yeah, issue 1 for X-Men was good. It's gonna be a slow burn. Now this, I'm picking up again for Jonathan Hickman because he hasn't written anything bad. So I'm really excited for this because Jonathan Hickman can bring so many good ideas, and also Ed Brisson. I think them writing together might bring a new life into New Mutants. We'll see if it survives. If it lasts long. If it has Jonathan Hickman's name, it's gonna be good. Okay. Next up, Old Man Quill number 11, written by Ethan Saxon, art by Robert Gill. The price is $3.99, and this is a description of the book. Out of the time stream and into the fire, Peter Quill navigates the time stream for one last shot at saving the Earth. Nothing will stand in his way now except Doctor Doom. Strap into the time sled and hang on as we careen towards the conclusion of the most shocking Marvel story of this year. There's no turning back now. I love Old Man Quill, so kind of hard to jump on for new readers. I will give it that. Basically, Old Man Quill is set in the Old Man universe. So basically, this is a sequel to the Old Man Quill. So how the timeline works is, it goes Old Man Hawkeye, then Old Man Logan, then Old Man Quill, and maybe a Dead Man Logan in between. I think it might be after. But for the most part, it is good. And basically, Star-Lord had a mental breakdown a couple issues ago. I will not give the twist because it's such a good twist because you don't see it coming. It's sad it's ending next issue, which is going to end around December. So I'm really excited for that. Pick it up on trade if you want. If you like the Old Man universe, it does explore that idea more. It expands the world of the Old Man universe. Next up, which is the last book of Marvel, Savage Avengers number 7, written by Gary Duggan, art by Pat Zicher. The price is $3.99, and this is the description of the book. Elektra and the Sorcerer Supreme Doctor Strange fight together against Cullen Gaff's forces. Voodoo learns more about the evil sorcerer's plans to dominate planet Earth, and Conan's trek north through South America takes an interesting detour to Latveria. Enough said. Basically, the Savage Avengers are a team of magical-based people who have been infected through magic. So the main lineup is Venom, Punisher, Conan, Wolverine, Brother Voodoo, Elektra. So those are the main characters that were introduced that were going to be in the team. It's basically like their version of DC's Justice League Dark. That's how I see it, but you might see it differently. I guess this is picking up a new storyline because how it left off last issue. So I guess this is your jumping on point. So yeah, that's all the books coming out this week, this Wednesday, November 6th. It might be longer, it might be shorter. I don't know because I had to edit this. I'll edit all of this. But yeah, let me know in the comments below which comic book are you excited for Wednesday. And yeah, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And also, yes, thank you everyone for listening and have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.